That was pretty unnecessary, to be honest. Just showing off a little bit. But if you want to get to that skill level, then you've come to the right place. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips that you can use to improve your juggling skills. But before we get into that, I just want to give a shout to all our new subscribers. Welcome to the Footballer XP family. Their names will be displayed somewhere on the screen throughout the video. As for the rest of you who watch our videos regularly and still haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. You guys are just window shoppers. We don't like window shoppers. Let's go. Now the first tip I want to give you guys is to avoid using your toes. A lot of people always get into the bad habit of using their toes when juggling the ball, and that's just not the best way to do it. You make life so much more difficult for yourself when you use your toes. If you watch all our other videos about technique, when crossing, when shooting, basically all our other videos about any technique where you need to get power, we always say the same thing. Use the top of your foot. That way you generate more power with less effort. Never use your toes. That will just make life so much more difficult for yourself. It'll be hard to maintain balance and it'll be harder to generate power onto the ball. The second tip is increasing the flexibility of your leg. I see so many people when they're juggling the ball, they keep their legs straight, and what that does is it makes it hard to control the ball, hard to control the direction, and it also adds too much power to the ball. Trust me, I was trying to teach my girlfriend how to do a juggle the other day. It didn't go too well because she wasn't bending her knees. She kept her legs straight and I had to go and warn pedestrians to like 100 meters across the park that, guys, if you don't watch out, you might just have a ball fly into your face because I have a girlfriend who's playing dangerous games. The third tip I have is to challenge yourself. I've seen so many people, tutorials on YouTube, where they tell you if you want to learn how to juggle the ball, you should bounce it on the ground first and then kick it up and keep repeating that process. But the problem with that is you're not really challenging yourself as much, as opposed to if you're just to drop the ball from the air onto your foot and then kick it back up and keep repeating that process. But if you are an absolute beginner and that is just too difficult for you right now, then you can always just lay on the ground and start tapping the ball from there. Do one on each foot, and as you get better at it, increase the number that you do on each foot. The fourth tip I have for you guys with juggling is balance. This is very important, guys. You have to make sure that you practice as much on each foot and you develop your skills at a balance level on each foot. You don't want a situation where your right foot is very good and you can do 10 juggles on your right foot, and then when the ball goes onto the left side, you have absolutely no idea what to do. If you want to get to a point where you can do 10 plus juggles in one session, then you have to make sure that you consistently develop your skills on both feet. And guys, the final tip that I have for you today is to start off with a size 3 ball. Now, for those of you who don't know, the standard football size that's used in matches is a size 5. But when doing skill moves, it's always easier with a smaller ball. So I recommend, before you go into doing it with a big ball, start off doing it with a small ball, get comfortable, and then work your way up the ranks. That's it for today's video, guys. I think I've given you guys enough tips that you can go and practice to really learn how to juggle like a pro. So if you are a new subscriber, make sure that you comment on this video, subscribe, and then we will acknowledge you. I'm T-Man, and I'll see you in the next video. Je m'appelle T, je suis là.